So a woman explains the logic of the mindset behind people that are living check to check. And she's basically explaining, based off of what y'all was saying inside of the email, that people that have resources or are millionaires or are in a position to be successful truly don't understand and don't give good advice when it comes to how you're supposed to pull yourself outside of living paycheck to paycheck. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play her video. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly, Steve. And then we're going to break it down from there. All right. Let me see if I can share this with y'all. Can y'all hear that?
With today's video,
y'all can't hear that? Hold on. Let me make sure that I can hear this. Let me go back to it. All right.
Topic area on YouTube where financially educated people come on here and they tell poor people why they are poor and what they need to do to escape the cycle of being poor. Now, typically these videos are from accountants and of course millionaires. And with that, they start their video off by telling you all of their financial education, all of their...
So she's saying this is specifically in reference to accountants and millionaires. Accountants and millionaires. So she's holding accountable, apparently, accountants and millionaires. Money experts, people that's been able to manage money effectively, people that's been able to make money effectively. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I muted? I'm muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay, I'm good. People that's giving advice on YouTube specifically that are in a position of power or has managed money that gives advice on how it is that you're supposed to be moving with regard to money. All right, let's continue.
Accolades, all of the different high profile investment firms and banking firms that they've worked for. And in doing so, their purpose is to establish trust, right? To make it a point to let us know that because of the background and the education.
No, she's not talking about me. Listen, I don't believe you're talking about me unless I can tie it in. But it's a lot of people that give advice on YouTube. But I want to hear what she got to say.
That they have, we can trust the information that they're about to share with us as it pertains to helping us stop being broke. Okay? Here's the bottom line.
And the name of the video is this. Before we get into it, the name of the video is a poor person. Her name is Mind Your Business with Donna. All right. So Mind Your Business with Donna is the name of the video. The name of the channel. So shout out to the content creators out there that's creating content. And the name of the video is Poor Person Explains the Reality of Living Paycheck to Paycheck. Poor person explains the reality of living paycheck to paycheck. All right. So let's continue to get into the video.
Those types of videos are bona fide trash. If you're going to give me a video topic that tells me how to escape the cycle of living from paycheck to paycheck, by the end of the video, I expect to have at least 1 or 2 actionable items that I can get up and go and implement immediately based on what it is that you're telling me you're qualified to do and what it is that you're going to teach me to do. But that's not the case with these videos. And so today what I've done is I have taken the very tips from those videos. I'm going to give you all of the examples that they gave. And then I'm going to tell you why those tips would not have worked for me while I was living paycheck to paycheck, and why in some instances the information would have left me in a worse off financial situation than I was already in.
I got you, Faith. I just got your email, baby.
I'm going to tell you
I got you, Faith. I got you tomorrow.
Okay, let's start off with the very first tip that I got from one of these videos. Tip number 1 was start a side hustle for instant earnings. Okay. Then it went on to say immediately after that.
Now, starting a side hustle, I would look at a side hustle as getting another job. Right? So I'm going to give my opinion before reacting to what she says. I look at getting a side hustle as getting another job. It's not your main source, but it's the thing that you can then deploy in order to continue to build up or get yourself out of debt or to pay off your student loans, or you basically subsidizing or you taking the extra and you're not leveraging the extra in order to help your lifestyle, but you're taking the extra in order to build up the nest egg, to create the investment, to pay off whatever it is that you need to pay off your car note, get yourself out of debt, right? So you're, along with this, let me preface this by saying that you still need to lower your lifestyle. People that live paycheck to paycheck, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are living paycheck to paycheck because of bad life decisions. You did not have to go to an out-of-state private major university in order to go and party. You did not have to pick the career field that you went into. You wanted to be a underwater basket weaver, and it cost you $200,000 in order to do so. That is a self-inflicted wound. So we're removing that out of the conversation, and we're going to assume that the person that is making this decision is still changing their lifestyle to where they're not overextending themselves in order to live a life that they're not supposed to be living in the first place. That's the first thing that we need to have a conversation about. Because if we're not addressing that, then it doesn't matter what the advice that they give you, because you can't utilize the advice effectively because you don't have the right mindset of how you're supposed to be leveraging your money, right? So regardless of what life hack they give you, it's still up to you to implement it and to change the other things that they don't know about you. A lot of these people are giving advice in a general sense. So they're reaching a mass audience. They can't on an individual level, unless you get a coaching call from them, coach you through your individual situation. So when I say, if somebody say get a side hustle, and then I also tell you that your side hustle can one day become your business, that is a longer term plan, but it solves for some short term issues to where you can pay off your car note, to where now that is income that you can start to allocate towards things that's really meaningful to you, and you don't have to spend the money that you're making at your regular job to support your lifestyle as much, right? So before she get into it, let me preface it by saying that that's my opinion. When you say get a side hustle, the context matters. The side hustle is an additional job. It's an additional hustle. Go and get some gig work. Go and do some DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. Take whatever it is that you do well and then monetize it, whatever that is. That could be anything, right? But the side hustle is just that. It's a hustle. You don't depend on it. You don't live on it. You just do what you're supposed to do in order to leverage that to make more money. And then hopefully it could even grow into something that could then become a major business. But let me hear what she got to say.
A millionaire has 7 different income sources.
That's a
now,
fact.
what I want you to do is I want you to pay special attention to the instant earnings part, because that's going to be very, very important here in a minute when I start to give you these examples. So in the video, the person went on to list some examples, and I'm going to put them up here on the screen. They went on to list some of these examples to help you get started with making instant earnings, putting money directly into your bank account as soon as possible. Okay? I'm going to give you those examples. Number 1, web design. Number 2, social media management. Number 3, editing and writing. And number 4, virtual assistants. Okay, the problem I have with this is that none of these examples are going to result in an immediate paycheck, simply because all of these examples require you to get clients and to also have very specialized skills. The majority of us cannot get up from where we are today and start to pitch web design services. If you aren't a good writer,
But that is just an example. They're giving you examples. If you are a person, okay, so let me add the additional context, because apparently she's speaking from a completely different perspective. Most people that make 6 figures, and it is a statistical fact that most people that make 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck. Living paycheck to paycheck doesn't discriminate, because living paycheck to paycheck is based off of a life decision. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You could be making $1 million a year and still be living paycheck to paycheck if you don't manage the money that you have correctly. So again, a part of this conversation needs to be a mindset and a money management, and also making sure that you reduce the amount of money that it takes in order for you to live. It's a lot of people that's in the web development world that then can leverage the fact that they can get additional contracts by doing consulting work, or they can start their own business to make additional monies. They already have that as a part of their skill set. Nobody is telling you to go and get a skill set that you don't have in order to make additional monies. That's a long-term view, right? So if basically the context, and I'm assuming whoever it was that developed this list, is They saying that basically leverage what you already do on your regular job outside of your regular job to make more money. I don't really understand what the problem is with that. How is that bad advice? Do what you do on your regular job outside of your regular job, and then you maybe even be able to turn that side hustle into another business, but that don't also absolve you from doing all of the other hustle work while you still trying to build up your business. Go and do the DoorDash, go and get a second job, so on and so forth. If you are in school and you becoming a web designer, then you can also do little websites on the side that allow for you to, you can go on Fiverr and post your stuff on Fiverr, right? You can go to Freelancer and then pitch for different jobs and immediately get a new job. If that's what you already do, right? You can do, if you own social media all day, then for you to go to Wix and then get a little template and then, I don't know, man. Maybe I got a different perspective. But let's listen to what she got to say.
You can forget about being a good editor. If you have had the internet cut off in your house, it's highly likely you won't be able to provide services as a virtual assistant. The second issue with this is the comparison to a millionaire. It's unattainable, it's unrealistic, and it's unnecessary.
I don't like this type of stuff, man. I don't like it because they're trying to get you to operate under duress. And I will tell you that most of the people that become millionaires are first-time millionaires. Most of the people that become millionaires did not inherit their wealth. It is a statistical fact that most people that become millionaires are even behind the 8 ball in that they come over here with nothing. A lot of migrants are the ones that create a lot of the wealth that's in the country. And most of the people that become millionaires are new millionaires. They are not people that already had it. They came from the mud. They didn't have anything. If you look at the Patrick Bet-Davids, if you look at all of these people that wind up becoming successful, they wind up becoming incredibly successful because they look at their circumstances. Even the people in the entertainment world, the Tyler Perrys, the people that slept in their cars, the Steve Harveys and all of that. Let me just hear the rest of the video.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck. My goal is to have more money left over by the time I get paid again. Here was my exact strategy for bringing in more money as soon as possible. I did gig work. That gig work consisted of delivering packages for Amazon and driving for Lyft. I got paid once a month at the time.
That's good advice.
Once I paid all of my bills at the beginning of the month, that was it. This is how I managed to juggle my gig work. I delivered packages for Amazon on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and occasionally
so you went and got a hustle.
Sunday.
So she went and got a hustle.
I couldn't do anything on Thursdays after I got off work at my full-time job because Thursday was football night for my high school son at the time. So Thursdays was off limits. Thursdays belonged to him.
Okay, so basically you telling me, I'm assuming, and I don't know, so I'm assuming because I don't know or I've never watched her content. Somebody sent this to me to react to it, and I'm not trying to kill her. So your first mistake was becoming a single baby mama. It's lifestyle. Your first mistake was either getting divorced, because again, I don't know her background, or having a child that you have to take care of, and you made a life decision to do this. So this has nothing to do with whether or not you could afford to or anything like that. You chose to live this lifestyle. Because context matters, right? I chose to have a child. I know the what comes along with that. I know the true cost of what it takes, and that's why I was very intentional about having one child, because I understand that it's going to cost me $500,000 just to even be able to raise this child, and then I didn't even go with college. So you made the decision to be able to live this life on your own, and now you don't like the. Okay, you know what? Let's continue. I'm glad I reviewed this.
I drove for Lyft also on Sunday afternoons because I learned that was the time when people were going to brunch. So I could make more money driving for Lyft on Sundays during brunch time, doing far less work than I would have been doing delivering Amazon packages within that same time frame. And I also got good tips, okay? So all of this was very, very strategic. It wasn't something that I just jumped up and did and tried to figure it out after I had already signed up for it. Okay, the second tip that they gave says to prioritize saving. Please tell me how if I don't have any money left over.
Personal choices, y'all. Y'all see it in the chat.
Where is the money to save going to come from? Here's the problem I have with this. When you're telling someone to prioritize saving and there's no money left over, you're making the assumption that the person isn't managing their money correctly, and you're making the assumption that the person is living above your means.
And 9 times out of 10, that is exactly what is happening. And when you have these conversations, again, you're having them on a broad spectrum because you're speaking to a lot of different people. So what you assume as a content creator is that they're going to take the meat and spit out the bones, and then they're going to take, if it doesn't apply, then let it fly. If it doesn't apply, then let it fly. And so people are going to assume that you're speaking to a whole lot of people instead of some people and most people. And listen, I've coached a lot of people. I've talked to a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And 9 times out of 10, what I find is that most people have self-inflicted wounds, meaning that it's not that they didn't have enough money, is that they misappropriated their funds, and instead of saving, they decided to spend it on stuff that they wasn't supposed to spend it on. And so when you address the problem, it's not just to make more money. That's not the only thing. It sounds like she just got a grudge against people that's moving.
This is what I had to do. I had to adapt as my money priorities changed. And I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that.
Okay, baby.
I had a high school son who was also a football player.
So from like
August until May, the majority of my money went toward his needs. I had to pay.
That is a personal choice. You chose to send him to football. You chose to have a son. You chose to put him in these extra programs that allow for you or cost extra money. And I know because my daughter is in Taekwondo and it's very, very expensive to take her there and send her to trips and all of the different stuff and the senior jackets and all of that stuff. This is a choice. And so now she wants to personalize it, but she's speaking to people that give general advice. This is what I had to do. I had a son and had to go to football. And so my lifestyle was different.
Pay for breakfast and lunch at school. I had to pay for the meals after the home football games. I had to have gas to be able to travel to the out-of-town games. There was money for fundraisers, and the list goes on and on. After the football season ended, then I would...
Wait. Let's back up for a second, y'all. I thought we were talking about people that was living paycheck to paycheck. The name of the video, let me just double check. I want to make sure that we all on the same page. Because what she describing is a lifestyle choice. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the video. Poor person explains the reality of living paycheck to paycheck. This sounds like a personal decision based off of a lifestyle choice that you made. When people give advice, they give general advice because they don't know who's looking at it. All of this stuff that she's talking about. Let me rewind it.
I had a high school son who was also a football player.
Okay.
So from August
Respect
until
to you for
May,
being a good mother.
The majority of my money went toward his needs. I had to pay for breakfast and lunch at school. I had to pay for the meals after the home football games. I had to have gas to be able to travel to the out of town games. There was money for fundraisers and the
Am I missing it? Did I miss something or am I off? I just want to honestly, I just want to have a conversation. I'm not criticizing her, I'm not killing her. I'm just reacting to the content that she's sharing. Anything that she's sharing is because she shared it on this video. It's not because I have anything against her personally. The name of the content creator, let me give her credit, is Mind Your Business with Donna. Shout out to Donna for providing us with this great content to react to. Let me continue to play the video.
list goes on and on. After the football season ended, then I would have just a little bit more money that I could allocate toward other things. Shortly after that, the school year would end, summer would begin.
Americans is crazy.
And so then I would have a higher grocery bill in the summertime because he's home all day, as well as a higher electricity bill here in Texas. So it became a matter of knowing how and when to shuffle my money around.
Where daddy at?
What time of the year I was going to have to pick
Where
up more of those Lyft and Amazon shifts and pitch myself more for speaking engagements. You get where I'm going with this? It was never a matter of not prioritizing saving.
No.
Living paycheck to paycheck. It was always a matter of prioritizing where my money was going to go. The third tip was reduce your spending. The video said, make good decisions and only buy things that you need. This implies that when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're not already doing this.
You weren't. The very example that you sharing with us, you weren't. Okay, I'm gonna just let it play out.
Video then went on to list the following examples of things that you can do to reduce your spending. Here they are. Stop eating out. No, I will not.
I want to make sure that y'all hear what it is that the financial guru, the accountant and the millionaire is telling her to do. And then what she's saying.
Here they are. Stop eating out. No, I will not.
Can I order my DoorDash now, or can we just stop this? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna do this today. I'm not doing this today, straight up. And let me tell you why I'm stopping the video. Let me tell you why I'm stopping the video, because I don't want y'all to think that Anton is just a mean guy, because I'm not. I'm not gonna call her out her name or anything like that. I'm gonna tell you why I'm stopping the video, right? Because I'm feeling triggered. I am, man. Seriously, bro. Because look, I'm a better person now. Say, get the Yoda hat. All right. I'm a better person now. And because I'm a better person, I can sense when this is going off the rails. And I don't want to do it. I don't want it to be a personal attack. I just want it to be content, right? And so as a result, I'm going to forego watching the rest of this video because I don't want to go down that path and I just want to keep it G. All right. So thank you, love, for providing us with the content. I appreciate you. It has been great to react to. Thank you for everybody that decided to send me more stuff like this. Send me more. Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. Send me more. I'm done with that. That's it. I'm not wasting any more of my afternoon. I'm going to order my DoorDash. I'm going to get my acai bowl. And I'm going to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna read the super chats, and then I'm gonna get y'all up out of here. And it's people that was in the comments that was agreeing with this junk too. That's the wild part about it. Are y'all tuning into the live stream tonight so we can get it popping?